Oh, Phobel on Divinity. Divinity. I am the fabled one of 10,000 years. The art name Bilbo Baggins is the founder of the Illuminati, allegedly, which is me by lineage. I'm also the Canterbury guy. I also told the Japanese to colonize Japan and China. I had relations with moving Jesus around. I'm the Imperial Dragon, the Eternal Dragon. In a way, Elios, Lucifer, God, above all else. I define Satan as an enigmatic military force, though I am on the Republic Satanic Council. I made a republic out of the Satan account. I will cover more on money in another video, probably the next one. To my understanding, enlightenment is understanding of the mind, body, and the world around you. Which to us seems an absurd thing that we have to fight for. We live in a magical world. Fine-tuning your body, making sure you are intimate, orgasm, so that you're healthy, you have a good face, so that you put life on earth, so that you are kind to your brother and your father. Of course, you don't want to become weak. I read the Dhammapada regularly. I read most of King James. I read the Bhagavad Gita. I read a bad version of the Torah. I'm sure there's a better one out. I know there's a better one out there. I read the Quran, both the clear and the translated. I read the Tao Te Ching. I read the Art of War. Movements that we've seen, illegal maps that I'll be able to, Illuminati maps that nomads have gathered. Look into every corporate's philosophy. As I've battled the church, I have said, go to your corporate. What you got? Check out the philosophy of each corporation. Even though it says just a simple basic thing, even if it says something of the product, which it mainly doesn't really do. The flags of the foundation of this nation are that of the assassin. The church invaded with the Doi and the Swedes in the 1940s. I've led many movements, including atheist ones. I'm every Illuminati and every movement. I'm every Illuminati movement and every movement ever since the 1980s, and we began the Hacker Corps. We are far too clean, I assure you. I've never even illegally smoked. I made a few, not really even a blunder, but I'm very clear and clean. I taught most of the service sector and the black. I'm responsible for the largest set of GD. And this is what they wanted me to do, I suppose. My grandfather was a defense contractor. I've been intimate with Legion, but when I became associated with Legion, I didn't know what to do. It was the beginning stages of all this. And I found out she actually did work against me, so I might have gotten hurt. Or maybe I could have worked with her, but I was immature at the point in time. A higher understanding. It's important to love life. And damn it, if you have to be evil, there's a time for it. You should know how to do so you are serving good. Something to make an understanding between your land and body. I was chosen by Mimi Murphy and Bill Gates at birth, underneath the North Star, January 30th, the day the computers were released to the public. I understand the others that were chosen are dead. They died early on. I'm responsible for much. I understand that we are in a neural network, which is USMC. I understand pharma is a USMC insurer. We are heavily licensed, heavily insured, and heavily funded. I deal with the money. I deal with the exacting order. I do it almost all day. Things have been much lighter now. My commander-in-chief is David. We all know David. David. Appreciation of beauty. And something I want to plug is artificial insemination. I assure you there would be more intimacy if artificial insemination, and we would have better kids. They wouldn't be that super. And they do submit a little usually, but not always. Gattaca is a refuge. It's very real. And we can make clones. The printer makes more higher quality of life. And they live longer. But Hindi, I read the Bhagavad Gita, like I said, but there's things left for me to read. I know. The Yonkai, the Tale of the Yonkai, Shinto tales. Getting stories from Shinto is usually difficult, but there's some books that are available. The evil stuff seems to be what the community used to be, hold value, but it caused some disaster that we kind of needed. But that's kind of lower level stuff for me. We do ascend. Look at the height and the growth of the mind. Religious leaders do not restrict the mind. Though in the same breath, you got to stay where you be if you're a destructive force to that which is seen as righteous and good.